this all, the genesis of this topic today began with what you inspired and shared with us. But I also came across an article this week by the name of Daniel Elland. He is a chief strategy officer for a company called The Viewpoint. And he posed the question, are we about to enter the second roaring 20s after hopefully this pandemic? And so I want to kind of dissect a little of that article and obviously get your insight. And one of the things that he started with, Dave, was he said that those cookies were tasty, but they're going away. As we know, Google will end cookies in 2022. They gave us plenty of runway. They announced it in 2018 for the departure by 2022. And so the question I ask you, Dave, and from your perspective is, what should local businesses be doing right now to prepare for that transition?
Yeah, this is a big deal for certain. We've been relying on these third-party data cookies for a long time to help in the way we target this advertising. And clearly, we're going to be moving into the next version of this, whatever it looks like. So, and there's a lot of technology, I think, that's trying to figure out, what is the next thing. But I will tell you what I think of when I think of local business. The first thing I think about is a focus on, and perhaps a new focus on first-party data. Clearly, this move away from third-party data means that more and more businesses are going to need to rely on their own databases, email addresses, and everything that's associated with a local business's database, right? It's addresses and phone numbers and text numbers, and so there is a much higher, I think, dependence, and there will be a much higher dependence on local businesses being able to manage, maintain, and then leverage their own media data. We've called that owned media for some time, right? So I think this is first-party data is a really important part. Now, what local businesses do we know that are particularly good at this? Probably not many. And and this may not be in broadcasters' wheelhouse either. We're out selling our linear products and our digital products, but I feel like it's important for us to have this conversation and to provide some sort of thought leadership. I might use that phrase a couple of times during the course of this conversation, but I think it's important for us to do that for our local businesses. With the pandemic and all, I mean, how important was email during those first months of us being all shut in at home? Email was a lifeline for businesses that really didn't know how the heck they were going to communicate to their customers. That's one aspect of first-party data. So that one is important, I think, for local business.